Have you ever had one of those days when you wake up feeling like your body's not quite as energized as it used to be? Maybe it's a little harder to get out of bed in the morning, or you notice that your stamina just isn't what it was in your younger years. I hear this from a lot of people as they get older, and it's completely normal. But here's the thing. If you're 65 or older, and you're still able to do certain activities, you might actually be a rare gem, someone who is destined to live a long, healthy life. Now, I'm not talking about anything extreme or unrealistic. It's not about running marathons or hiking up mountains, though. If that's your thing, more power to you. I'm talking about simple activities that many of us take for granted, but that, when you're 65 and above, can make a significant difference to your longevity and health. These activities, though seemingly minor, can be the very markers of someone who's aging well and is likely to continue doing so well into their 90s or even beyond. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 simple habits or signs that can reveal whether you're on track for a long and healthy life. If you can still do these things at 65, 70, or even 80, it's a clear sign that you're living right, and your body is well equipped to keep you going for decades to come. Let's dive right in with the first sign that you're on your way to living to 100. And trust me, it's something you've probably already done today. The ability to get up from a chair without using your hands. Yes, you heard me right. If you can sit in a chair and stand up without using your hands or arms to push yourself up, you're doing something right. This simple movement is actually an important indicator of leg strength and overall muscle function. Think about it. Every time you sit down and stand up, you're using your leg muscles, your core, and your balance. The more easily you can do it, the stronger those muscles are, and that's a key indicator of longevity. I want to share a story about Margaret, a spry 72-year-old woman who had always been active. Margaret's friends often commented on how she seemed to move effortlessly, never needing help to stand up from her chair at gatherings or after a long day of sitting. But one day, a friend of hers, Alice, who was a bit younger but more sedentary, needed help standing up from a low couch. Alice's muscles had become weaker due to lack of activity, and she was relying more and more on her arms to get up. It struck Margaret that the difference in their ability to stand up was not just about strength, but also about maintaining mobility and independence. Research shows that the ability to rise from a chair without assistance is a strong predictor of how well you will age. Leg strength is essential for maintaining balance, mobility, and independence as you get older. If you can do this simple action easily, it's a sign that your muscles are still functioning well, your balance is intact, and your core strength is supporting you. All of this contributes to better health outcomes and reduces your risk of falls and fractures as you age. It's a small thing that can have a big impact on your overall well-being. So, how can you keep your legs and core muscles strong? Simple exercise like squats, leg lifts, and even standing and sitting in a chair repeatedly will help. Focus on strength training and always challenge your body to move in different ways. The stronger your legs and core, the longer you'll be able to do these simple tasks without hesitation. Moving on to the second point, walking at a brisk pace. Have you ever heard the saying, "You're as old as you feel"? Well, when it comes to walking speed, this is absolutely true. If you can walk at a brisk pace, whether it's for 10 minutes or 30 minutes, you're giving yourself a huge advantage when it comes to aging well. Let me tell you about Frank, 77, who was out for a walk one afternoon and bumped into a neighbor of his, Tom, who was 72. Tom was walking slowly with a bit of a shuffle, and Frank couldn't help but notice how much slower Tom seemed to move compared to him. Frank was still walking at a good pace, around 4 miles per hour, while Tom was at more of a leisurely pace. Frank knew he had been focusing on staying active for years, and it showed. Tom, on the other hand, didn't walk as much anymore. After a conversation with Tom, Frank learned that Tom had stopped his daily walks about a year ago, which was affecting not only his pace, but also his overall health. Here's the thing. Walking at a brisk pace is one of the simplest, most effective ways to stay healthy as you age. Studies have shown that walking speed is directly correlated with life expectancy. Those who walk at a faster pace tend to live longer, healthier lives. Walking is an excellent form of cardiovascular exercise that boosts circulation, strengthens bones, and maintains muscle mass. It also helps keep your weight in check, improves mental clarity, and can even boost your mood. It's not about walking for miles. It's about maintaining a pace that challenges you a bit without overexertion. So next time you go out for a walk, challenge yourself to walk a little faster for just 5 or 10 minutes. Aim for that brisk pace where your heart rate rises a bit, but you can still hold a conversation. The more you walk, the more you'll notice your energy and stamina improving. If you're unsure about your walking speed, you can always track it with a fitness watch or use your phone's health app. Challenge yourself, and you'll see the difference. Now that we've covered the first 2 signs, let's move on to sign number 3, the ability to get down on the floor and get back up again. It might sound simple, but this action requires flexibility, balance, and strength. I'll explain more in the next part, but for now, think about how easy or difficult it might be for you to get down on the ground to tie your shoes, play with grandchildren, or even do some stretches. If you can do this without help or discomfort, you're setting yourself up for a future of greater mobility and independence. Now that we've covered the first 2 signs of longevity, the ability to stand up from a chair without using your hands and walking at a brisk pace, let's move on to the 3rd sign that can make all the difference when it comes to your future health. The ability to get down on the floor and get back up again. It might sound simple, but it's one of those things we don't always think about until we need to do it. If you're someone who can still bend down to tie your shoes, pick something up off the ground, or even play with your grandchildren on the floor without feeling like you've just climbed a mountain, you are truly a rare gem. This simple action is actually an excellent measure of strength, flexibility, and balance, and it's also a critical marker of longevity. Let's think about Susan, a lively 74-year-old who loves gardening. Last week, while she was planting flowers in her garden, she accidentally dropped her gloves and needed to bend down to pick them up. She did it effortlessly, without any hesitation, but what's truly remarkable about Susan is that she's been doing this regularly. In fact, she's been practicing floor exercises for years to maintain her flexibility and joint mobility. She does this not just for practical reasons, like being able to care for her garden, but because she knows that maintaining mobility as she ages is one of the most important things she can do to stay independent and active. Getting up and down from the floor requires several components working together: strong leg muscles, a flexible lower back, and good core strength. If you can perform this action smoothly, it means that your muscles and joints are still in good shape. Flexibility, in particular, is often one of the first things to decline as we age, and it's easy to overlook. But practicing movements that help you maintain flexibility, like stretching or certain yoga poses, can help you stay mobile and avoid stiffness. So, whether you're picking up your grandkids' toys or just doing a few stretches on the floor, keeping these muscles flexible is crucial for maintaining your independence and avoiding the need for assistance as you age. This is why floor exercises are such a game changer for many seniors. If you find yourself struggling to get down or back up, don't worry. It's not too late to start working on it. Begin with some gentle stretches and gradually add strength exercises to target your legs and core. Simple movements like standing up from a squat or practicing a deep lunge can help build the strength you need to get down and up with ease. Next, let's talk about sign number 4, having a good sense of balance. Now, we all know that balance tends to get worse as we age, and losing our balance can lead to dangerous falls. But here's the good news. If you're able to stand on one leg for even a few seconds or do balance exercises without feeling unsteady, you're definitely on track to live a long, healthy life. Think about John, 75, who enjoys yoga and does a variety of balance exercises every day. He can stand on one leg for about 30 seconds and even do a simple tree pose, which requires standing on one leg while holding your other leg up. His friends are always amazed at how steady he is. John credits his balance routine for helping him maintain his stability and avoid falling. He knows that the stronger his core and legs are, the better his balance will be, which is essential for avoiding falls. Balance isn't just about standing still. It's about your ability to move fluidly without fear of falling. It's about doing things like walking on uneven ground, going up and down stairs, or getting up from a seated position without feeling wobbly. Balance exercises, such as standing on one leg or walking heel to toe, can improve your coordination and strength over time. So even if you're just standing by your kitchen counter and lifting one leg for a few seconds, that's a step toward better balance and stronger legs. Balance training doesn't have to be complicated. Simple activities like Tai Chi, yoga, or even heel-to-toe walking can help improve your stability. The key is to practice regularly, even if it's for just a few minutes a day. And trust me, the payoff is huge. Not only will your risk of falling decrease, but you'll also feel more confident in your movements. It's a simple habit that can make a huge difference in how you feel and move as you age. Let's move on to the fifth sign of longevity: keeping an active social life. It's so important, and research shows that social connection is a critical factor in determining your life expectancy. If you're still actively participating in social events, whether it's meeting friends for coffee, joining a community group, or just chatting with family regularly, you're setting yourself up for a longer, healthier life. Take Rosemary, 70, who has always been the life of the party. She makes it a priority to stay connected with her friends, family, and even neighbors. Whether she's hosting dinner parties, playing cards with her friends, or attending church services, Rosemary stays socially engaged, and she believes that's a big part of why she feels so young and healthy. Her friends often comment on her energy and positive attitude, which she attributes to having a strong social network. Studies have shown that people who maintain a rich social life have a lower risk of heart disease, depression, and cognitive decline. Socializing provides not just emotional benefits, but also physical health benefits by keeping you mentally stimulated and emotionally supported. Even if you're not a natural social butterfly, it's never too late to start. If you've been feeling isolated, consider joining a local club, volunteering, or even taking up a hobby that gets you out and meeting new people. Social activities help keep your mind sharp and your body moving. Whether you're walking to the store with a friend or joining a group fitness class at the community center. Staying socially engaged can also combat loneliness, which is a common issue for seniors and can lead to depression and physical decline. As we wrap up this part, I want to leave you with a reminder. These 5 signs are not just about doing things to stay healthy. They're about maintaining your independence and continuing to live a full, active life. Whether it's standing up without help, walking briskly, getting on and off the floor, maintaining balance, or staying socially engaged, these are all markers that you're on track to live not just longer, but better. Now that we've discussed the first 4 signs of longevity, the ability to stand up from a chair without using your hands, walking at a brisk pace, getting up and down from the floor, and maintaining good balance, we're down to the final sign that could very well make you a rare gem destined to live to 100. The ability to maintain a positive attitude and mental resilience. Yes, it's not just physical strength or mobility that keeps us going strong as we age. Mental health plays a huge role too. Think about Margaret, who is 78 years old. Margaret is one of those people who has always maintained a positive outlook on life, no matter what life throws her way. A few years ago, Margaret lost her husband, which understandably was a huge blow. However, instead of retreating into isolation, Margaret chose to embrace new opportunities. She took up painting, traveled to new places with her friends, and even volunteered at a local animal shelter. Margaret's resilience and positive attitude have not only helped her cope with grief, but have also kept her mentally sharp and energetically active. In fact, Margaret's friends and family often marvel at how she seems to never slow down. Why is mental resilience such an important factor for longevity? Research consistently shows that seniors who maintain a positive outlook on life tend to live longer and have a better quality of life. The ability to cope with stress in healthy ways, remain hopeful in tough times, and stay engaged with life are all key components of longevity. Studies also show that a positive mindset can lower your risk of heart disease, stroke, and depression, three conditions that often become more prevalent as we age. It's not just about avoiding negative emotions, but also about fostering mental flexibility and the ability to adapt to life's changes. What's remarkable about Margaret is that she didn't let her circumstances define her future. Instead, she found ways to stay engaged, stay curious, and approach each day with a sense of purpose. Whether it was learning a new skill, traveling, or simply spending time with loved ones, Margaret understood that maintaining a positive mental attitude could influence her physical health. She was, and still is, someone who uses her mental resilience to fuel her physical energy. So, how can you maintain a positive attitude as you age? It's all about shifting your mindset and embracing life with open arms. One of the best ways to do this is to practice gratitude every day. Gratitude has been shown to have a powerful effect on mental health. It helps reduce stress, increase feelings of happiness, and improve overall well-being. Simply taking a few minutes each day to reflect on what you're thankful for can help change the way you see the world around you. Start by keeping a gratitude journal. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, just a simple notebook where you jot down 3 things you're grateful for at the end of each day. It could be as simple as having a warm cup of tea in the morning, a phone call from a friend, or the beauty of nature outside your window. Focusing on the positive aspects of life, even in the small things, can help boost your mood and provide a much-needed perspective shift. Another important aspect of maintaining mental resilience is keeping your mind sharp. This is where staying mentally engaged becomes vital. If you're someone who enjoys reading, solving puzzles, or learning new things, you're doing wonders for your mental health. Mental stimulation has been shown to help maintain cognitive function, reduce the risk of dementia, and even improve overall mood. You don't have to be an expert in a particular subject, but learning new things and challenging your brain is an excellent way to stay mentally fit. Whether it's crossword puzzles, learning a new language, playing a musical instrument, or even watching educational documentaries, find activities that challenge your brain and keep it engaged. A sharp mind helps you stay positive, proactive, and prepared for whatever life throws your way. Now let's talk about sign number 6, and it's something that might surprise you: the ability to maintain a healthy weight. As we age, it's easy for our metabolism to slow down, and weight gain can sneak up on us, especially if we're not staying active or eating the right foods. However, maintaining a healthy weight is not just about looking good. It's about keeping your joints healthy, reducing the risk of chronic diseases like diabetes, and improving your overall quality of life. Let me share the story of Harold, who's 74 and used to struggle with his weight. He had always been active, but found himself gaining weight in his 60s. He noticed that carrying extra pounds was putting a strain on his knees and hips, which made it harder to stay active. After speaking with his doctor, Harold made the decision to focus on his health and adopted healthier eating habits. He started eating more whole foods, including fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins, and he reduced his intake of processed foods. Along with regular walking and strength exercises, Harold was able to lose the excess weight and reduce the strain on his joints. Now, he feels better, more energetic, and more confident than ever before. Maintaining a healthy weight as you age can be challenging, but it's an important factor for longevity. Keeping your weight in check helps to reduce the risk of many age-related health problems, such as heart disease, diabetes, and arthritis. To do this, focus on eating a balanced diet that's rich in nutrients but low in processed foods. Aim for moderation, not deprivation, and find a physical activity that you enjoy, whether it's walking, swimming, yoga, or dancing. It's never too late to start, and every small change you make will contribute to your overall health. Finally, let's wrap up with one last point: having a sense of purpose. Research shows that people who maintain a strong sense of purpose in their lives tend to live longer, healthier lives. This doesn't mean you need to find some grand, world-changing mission. It can be as simple as taking care of your family, pursuing a hobby you love, or contributing to your community. Take Olivia, a 79-year-old woman who has spent the past several years mentoring young people at a local youth center. She feels fulfilled knowing that her knowledge and experiences are helping shape the lives of the next generation. Olivia's sense of purpose has given her a reason to stay active and engaged. It keeps her motivated, both mentally and physically, and gives her something to look forward to each day. Whether it's through volunteering, hobbies, or simply caring for a pet, having something to focus on every day can provide you with the drive and energy to keep moving forward. In conclusion, the signs we've covered today, standing up without help, walking briskly, getting down on the floor, maintaining balance, having a positive attitude, and keeping a healthy weight, are all important markers of longevity and overall well-being. If you're able to do these things at 65, 70, or even 80, you are on a fantastic path to a long, healthy life. Remember, it's never too late to start working on these habits, and even small changes can make a huge difference. Keep challenging yourself, stay active, and most importantly, stay engaged with life. With the right mindset and healthy habits, you could be one of those rare gems who not only lives to 100, but does so with vibrancy, energy, and purpose. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on living your best life at any age. I'd love to hear your stories or any tips you have for maintaining health and vitality in your later years. Here's to a long, fulfilling life. May your journey be filled with health, happiness, and endless adventures.